Hi, and welcome to Dad Fixed It. My name is Eric, and this is my family. We're a family of 6 living in the Northeast. As you can imagine, life is pretty expensive. To help us out, I try to fix everything I can around our house to help save money. I'm not a plumber, a carpenter, a mason, or an electrician, but I try my best with what I have. Hopefully I can help you fix something and save you a lot of money. Come along on this journey, and let's learn together. Let's fix it. Welcome back, my friends, to Dad Fixed It. Today, I'm here with my refrigerator. Now, my refrigerator isn't broken, but I want to keep it that way. So today, we're going to talk about a few simple steps you can take to keep your refrigerator running more efficiently and hopefully longer. We all know as the prices of energy rise, we want to keep those electric bills down as low as possible. And you also don't want to replace a really expensive appliance like a fridge. It's really interesting. If you take a look through my refrigerator's manual from GE, the care instructions basically say clean the inside, put baking soda in it, and doesn't address much else. But unfortunately, there's a few more things that you really should do with your refrigerator to keep it operating smoothly. You know, we live in a time where companies, they have this thing called planned obsolescence, where they design a component to operate for a certain amount of time and then just die so that you have to come back, buy something else. It keeps them in business, and unfortunately that's what we have to live with. But there are things you can do to make things live longer than they're designed for. So today we're going to talk about cleaning the coils on your refrigerator. It's a really simple process, only takes a few minutes to do. You can save a lot of money in electricity, and you can also hopefully extend the life of your fridge. Let's get started. So a lot of fridges have access to the coils under the front, but this is a GE side by side with a bottom freezer, and the coils are actually around the back. I have a very interesting setup. So the prior homeowners actually wanted a bigger fridge to fit in the spot where the old refrigerator was, so they cut out this spot in the stairwell going down to our basement so that they could actually fit the bigger refrigerator. But that actually works out for me because not only do we get the bigger fridge, but I get access, a lot easier access to where I need to be. So let's jump in and I'll show you how to do this. The very first thing you should ever do when working on an appliance is unplug it. So let's do that. All right, now we're safe. Let's get to work. All right, so for this project, I've set up a tool bag. Hopefully I have everything I need. You don't need much for this. So I have a little pair of snips because there's a zip tie that I've put on the back of my fridge for something I'll show you in a minute. I have a ratchet, an extension handle, and a 1/4-inch short and long socket. Now, if you don't have a socket, you can actually use, if you have like one of these screwdrivers that have the interchangeable tips, this is actually a 1/4-inch fitting, and this is the standard size that most appliances use for the screws for any user serviceable areas. So just a little helpful hint, if you don't have a socket set, you don't have things like that, and you have one of these, you can just use this. It's just as easy. Have a piece of Tygon tubing for reaching a little bit of the harder places, some blue tape, show you why in a minute, and a couple zip ties, a light, my vacuum, and Coco the helper dog. You ready to help? You're gonna help? Yeah, you're gonna help me? All right, good girl. So I had to put a zip tie around this area because we walk up and down the stairs, and the water line and plug would constantly get caught on people's feet. So that's the only reason that's there. Pull that back out. Now, like I was saying, if you want to use this instead of a 1/4-inch socket, you can do that. Take these guys right out. That one's in at a weird angle. Oh, actually, you know what? That might not be one that has to come out because it's got a cutout around it, which signifies that this plate comes out around it. That's my fault. Oh, and Coco wants to go outside. What's the matter, Coco? Push it forward a little bit to access the last two. where a ratchet will come in handy, so I don't have to go any further forward, but you could always push a little further forward if you have to. Just make sure there's nothing in front. Hey, Coco. Oh, back up. Good girl. Back up. I'm gonna help. Yeah. You just want to go out, don't you? Don't you? What'd you do? All right, with that free. Oh, that exposes the coils. Now, if you live in an environment where you have pets, which obviously I do, this, back up. Coco really wants to help, don't you? Yeah. But if you live somewhere that's dusty or a lot of heat from our wood stove comes up this stairwell, I actually just cleaned this about 5 or 6 months ago, and you can see how filthy that is. Now, in case you're wondering, this is where the heat exchange takes place. So the refrigeration unit pulls heat out of your refrigerator and out of your freezer and has to blow it off into the environment so that it can recool the coolant that's inside and thus put more cold air inside. So if these are all clogged like this, look at that. There's less surface area for the hot air to be blown off of the coils, and it will not operate as efficiently as it should. And that's not even in the instruction manual, but you can see how easy it was to take this plate off. You could see how easy it'll be to vacuum this out. Unfortunately, you can't get to all of it, but you know, we'll do our best. And this will help the refrigerator to run a lot more efficiently. It won't run as much, and it'll save money in electric. So let's do that real quick. In case you're wondering what the tie-down tubing is for, I like to just put a little piece right inside the tip of your vacuum and use a little blue painter's tape to just quickly seal the rest of it off. This way it comes back off. It doesn't leave any of the goop that a lot of times electrical tape will leave. And then we can go ahead and get to some of the harder to reach areas. That's about it. See how much cleaner it is? It's not perfect. It'd be nice if they made a tray where the whole thing slid out, but you could see, you know, the before and after, how much better this is, how much cleaner it is. And there's the drip tray down there where all the condensate will get deposited to evaporate. You don't want that getting clogged up with the dust and the gunk. You want that to be nice and clean. And don't forget to vacuum the back of this plate too, because it also collects some junk. And before you put everything back together, just give it a once over. Make sure you didn't accidentally unplug something that wasn't supposed to be plugged in. They didn't disturb any connections, and everything looks good. And make sure you put it on the right way. There we go. And it's much nicer now. And last but not least, we'll plug it in, and that's a wrap. All right, everyone, hope that was helpful. You can see how easy that was. In reality, it'll take you 15 or 20 minutes. Now, if your coils happen to be on the bottom of your refrigerator, usually there's an access panel with two of those little 1/4 inch screws holding it on. It's usually plastic, it pops right off, and you can put a vacuum cleaner under there and vacuum all that stuff out. It'll really extend the life of your refrigerator and freezer. The compressor will operate a whole lot less. It'll be more efficient. It'll save you money in electricity. You'll notice when you walk by it's not running as much, and it'll help. And then you'll be buying refrigerators less often, which is something I hope to do. I really like this fridge and I hope it lasts a while, so I'm gonna do everything I can to take care of it. Hope this was helpful, hope you learned something, and I hope you were at least entertained. Thanks for watching today. Love for you to hit that like and subscribe button if you wouldn't mind. It really helps us out. We'll see you on the next one. And an extra special thanks to Coco the helper dog. Good girl. Who's a good girl?